I'm here with top Las Vegas DUI defense lawyer Michael Becker. And Mike, I want to ask you today about first-time DUI here in Nevada. So someone, let's say they don't have a record, they've never had a DUI before, they get arrested for DUI. What are they facing, assuming that they're convicted?
There are typically 6 consequences associated with a first-time DUI conviction in the state of Nevada. First, jail time, up to 6 months for a first offense, although most of our clients will not have to serve any additional jail time upon a conviction for a DUI. Second is a fine up to $1,000. Third is community service, usually 48 hours. Fourth is participation in a DUI course that can usually be done online. Fifth, required presence at a victim impact panel, and that's a panel usually sponsored by the Mothers Against Drunk Driving, where an individual would basically be required to listen to some horror stories associated with driving under the influence, accidents, people getting killed, and so forth.
And that's usually like a one-day, half-day, or one-day event, right?
That's correct. And the state of Nevada does require that you attend that session live, although sometimes exceptions are made. If you live out of state, it could be done online. And then sixth is the license suspension. However, most people will have already served their license suspension by the time their case is resolved in the courts.
And what is a license suspension in a first-time DUI?
For a first-time DUI, the license suspension is 90 days.
But you can get a restricted license.
That's correct. After you've served half of your suspension period, you can apply to the DMV for a restricted license, so you can technically cut that restriction period down from 90 days to 45 days.
So 45 days I can't drive at all. And then after that 45 days, my license is restricted. And what does that mean?
If your license is restricted, that could enable you to drive to and from work, to and from church, and to and from your alcohol classes.
So limited driving.
That's correct.
Now, how long does a first-time Nevada DUI stay on my record? I mean, is this a lifelong thing, or does it sort of go off after a period of time?
It stays on your record forever. However, it's relevant only for 7 years, because in Nevada, you get additional penalties if you were convicted for additional DUIs within a 7-year period.
So it's priorable for 7 years.
It's priorable for 7 years. After that 7-year period, it would still stay on your record unless you apply for and obtain what's called a record seal. Once your record is sealed, it's off your record permanently. And
when can I do that? If I get a first-time DUI, at what point can I get my record sealed?
You can apply to get your record sealed within 7 years after your case was closed.
Okay, so 7 years it's priorable, and 7 years before I can get it sealed.
That's correct.
And during that time, if I apply for a job and they do a background check, it's likely to at least be visible to a prospective employer that I had a DUI.
That would be correct. I would think that if you were applying for a job in the state of Nevada and you had a Nevada DUI, they would most likely find it. If you were applying for a job in a different state, they may or may not find that in a background check.
So when you consider all of these consequences, certainly it would behoove a person to try to avoid even a first-time DUI conviction here in Nevada.
I think so. There are other collateral consequences as well. There's a stigma that goes with having a conviction on your record. And when you look for a job, it could affect your employability. Also, your insurance rates can go up as a result of a DUI conviction. So those are all relevant factors, maybe not direct consequences, collateral consequences associated with a DUI conviction.
So as a DUI defense lawyer here in Nevada, have you had a lot of success in helping people charged with first-time DUI to keep it off their record?
Absolutely. I would say that we consistently achieve results for our clients that keep them from being convicted for a first-time DUI. I'm DUI defense attorney Michael Becker with the Las Vegas Defense Group. If you've been charged with a DUI in Las Vegas or anywhere throughout the state of Nevada, call us at 702-DEFENSE and let's see what we can do to get your charges reduced or dismissed.